Hello, my name is Jennifer Molina, and this presentation evaluates Miami-Dade County's proposed MetroCenter redevelopment through the lens of urban sustainability and resilience. I analyze the plan's stated benefits, identify major risks, and apply the three sustainability pillars to assess its long-term impacts on downtown Miami. I'll conclude with recommendations grounded in the course concepts. In this presentation, I focus on 5 key tasks. First, I evaluate the MetroCenter plan and identify its main proponents and goals. Second, I examine the proposal through a sustainability and resilience framework. Third, I identify both positive and negative outcomes across environmental, economic, and social dimensions. Fourth, I incorporate additional research about the current status of the project, and finally offer policy recommendations to ensure the plan supports long-term community resilience. MetroCenter is 17 acres of county-owned land surrounding the Stephen P. Clark Government Center, where I happen to work for 2 years. The area is currently dominated by parking lots, garages, aging buildings, and minimal street activity, essentially underutilized public land. The county's vision is to transform this into a dense, walkable, transit-oriented development, adding between 6,000 and 8,500 residential units, new civic buildings, schools, and green space. The project is estimated to cost around $10 billion over 15 years, making it one of the largest redevelopment efforts in the region. The two champions of MetroCenter are Commissioner Eileen Higgins and Mayor Daniela Levine Cava. Higgins emphasizes that this is the people's land and should be used to serve public needs. Mayor Levine has also called the effort a potential benchmark for global urban redevelopment. Supporters argue that the site is currently wasted space, and because of its unmatched transit connectivity with Metrorail, Metroruber, Tri-Rail, and Brightline, it is ideal for a major mixed-use district. They also emphasize the need for affordable and workforce housing and improved civic amenities. Under the county's optimistic framing, MetroCenter would create the first true family-oriented urban neighborhood in downtown Miami. The plan envisions walkability, mixed-use design, and access to services without relying on cars. It includes a new main library, a new History Miami museum, schools, a daycare center, and a 2.5-acre public park. Proponents also highlight job creation, long-term economic growth, and a strengthened tax base that could benefit the broader community. To analyze this plan, I applied 3 sustainability pillars covered throughout the course. From an environmental perspective, TOD reduces vehicle emissions and concentrates infrastructure. From an economic standpoint, the development could expand mixed-income housing and generate new economic activity. From a social perspective, MetroCenter promises improved access to schools, parks, cultural institutions, and transit, potentially strengthening the community's cohesion. And the strengths are clear, but each pillar also contains significant risks, which I will cover next. Now, let's talk about the environmental risk and resilience concerns. There are substantial environmental risks. The site is located close to Biscayne Bay, making it vulnerable to sea level rise, storm surge, and flooding, issues highlighted across the Southeast Florida Regional Climate Compact data. Greater density also intensifies the urban heat island effect and increases energy demand. Construction will generate emissions and eliminate existing green pockets. The plan also involves relocating the Oldenburg sculpture, raising concerns about cultural and environmental heritage. These issues must be addressed to ensure long-term resilience. Next, let's talk about the social risk and equity issues. There are several social sustainability issues. Removing the cultural center and main library may disrupt the community during construction. High-rise units may not fully meet the needs of multi-generational or larger families. And although the county promises no interruption of services, the risk of disrupted access is still real. Additionally, many unhoused residents use this area as a social hub, yet the plan does not outline a strategy to support them during redevelopment. These gaps could deepen equity challenges. One of the biggest challenges is infrastructure capacity. Miami's transit system is aging, and TOD only succeeds if transit is reliable and accessible. The Tri-Rail extension to downtown has been delayed repeatedly. Water, sewage, and electrical systems downtown are near capacity, meaning greater density could worsen outages, flooding, and heat impacts. Without major parallel investment in resilient infrastructure, MetroCenter may strain systems instead of strengthening them. Let's discuss the progress since 2022. Since the Miami Herald article was published, the county issued an RFQ and received interest from multiple development teams. The new courthouse just wrapped completion, but the sale of the old courthouse is still unresolved. Tri-Rail service integration is pending final adjustments, and public meetings have raised concerns about displacement, affordability, and climate resilience. Importantly, no master developer has been selected yet, and the timeline continues to shift, showing how complex and uncertain this mega project implementation can be. Let's talk about the desirable impacts and what this plan gets right. Despite the challenges, the plan offers meaningful long-term benefits. Concentrating housing near transit is a resilient strategy that reduces emissions. The project could revitalize a civic core that currently lacks activity outside of business hours. It expands cultural and educational access and supports long-term economic growth by increasing density in an underused downtown district of Miami. If implemented well, these impacts would strengthen Miami's sustainability trajectory. However, negative impacts remain significant. The project could contribute to gentrification and unequal access if affordability tiers are not expanded. Increased density near a flood-vulnerable zone heightens climate risks. Cultural institutions face temporary displacement. Infrastructure upgrades may lag behind development. And without strong governance, developer priorities may overshadow community needs. Addressing these concerns is essential for equitable resilience. My recommendations focus on strengthening affordability, climate resilience, and social equity. First, incorporate deeper affordability tiers for very low-income residents. Second, integrate resilience design, elevated structures, permeable surfaces, and green roofs. Third, ensure uninterrupted access to library museum services through phased construction. Fourth, negotiate community benefit agreements that include local hiring. And fifth, expand social services for unhoused residents to ensure no one is displaced without support. In conclusion, MetroCenter is a transformational opportunity for Miami, but success depends on intentional planning and equitable implementation. By balancing development with sustainability, resilience, and community needs, Miami-Dade can create an urban neighborhood that benefits residents for generations. Our residents deserve it. Thank you.